You have talked publicly about the danger, particularly to small businesses,
Yep.
from tariffs. What would this mean to a small business to be told you can't raise prices, you got to eat these costs?
Let's forget about Trump. Let's forget about tariffs. Let's forget about Walmart for a second and talk about carrot cake. All right? Let's say you're a bakery. You make carrot cake. Costs you $5 to make it. You sell it for 10. That's not unreasonable. And all of a sudden, the cinnamon you use, because of cinnamon prices worldwide, goes up 50 cents. It's the same price for everybody that's buying cinnamon that makes carrot cakes. You raise your price to $10.50. Everybody has to do that because the cost of cinnamon went up. Commodities vary in price. You can make the decision to eat it, so to speak, but then you won't be profitable in the same way anymore, and you may have to fire some employees. You're passing the input cost on. A tariff is an input cost. Now, there's a lot of politics going on here. There's a lot of job owning going on. But what we're doing here is self-imposed. But it's not entirely crazy. I'll tell you why. Most countries on earth have what's called a value-added tax, a consumption tax. We don't apply that here in America because it's very unpopular as an idea. This tariff is exactly that. It's a consumption tax. It's called something else. It's kind of interesting. That's how it's happened. But what we don't know yet, and the only thing we should be asking ourselves is where's the end game? Before the midterms, Trump has to make this all work.
Right.
So what's the reciprocal? Let's take China. That's the big one. Is it a 10% reciprocal tariff? That's essentially a 10% VAT tax on American consumers.
I get that we have to figure out where this is all going to land, and I understand the president's goals here.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, there are costs, to your point.
Yeah.
Cinnamon is more expensive for the carrot cake. And my sons and I have watched you on Shark Tank for a long time. I know you're a gentleman who's very interested in protecting your profit margins.
Sure.
So if you're running a business where the profit margin thins because of tariffs and the president tells you, you got to eat this, how would you respond to that?
Well, I mean, now we're back to Walmart. Walmart is one of the most behemoth retailers on earth, and much of its product is sourced, or components of it sourced in China. The way they're going to deal with it, like every business is, like mine are, my 54 plus private companies that are dealing with this right now, we'll eat some of it, we'll pass some of it on, we'll change our behavior in sourcing if these tariffs are maintained over a long period of time. But what we don't know, which is the most critical, is what is the absolute tariff going past next January? Because I figure Trump has to nail this before he gets into the midterms or he'll lose his majority mandate. And so far, the economy, as measured by the market, some people don't like to measure it that way, we're back to where we were and then some, because everybody's assuming this is going to end up being a reasonable reciprocal tariff.